Ever so often, someone gets an opportunity to take a giant step forward in history. For a young bull rider by the name of J.C. Sanders, well, he has that rarest of rare chances. Only, well, megastars can envision this, and it's something that has never occurred before in our cosmos. A quick look back in time takes us to Long Beach, California. A bull named Bobby and a young cowboy that had never competed at a Wrangler Bull Rider Only event before. The mixture of bull and cowboy created a winner in Sanders. Now this young Utahn brings his aggressive style home to the Beehive State and to Salt Lake City. Tonight, J.C. Sanders must ride and win this 11th Pro Tour stop to take his next giant step toward the $1 million super bonus. Go ahead, fans, go ahead. Edge up on your seats. This ain't no movie. It's reality. Hang on, everybody. It's bull riding crunch time. Now, on Prime, across the world. The Wrangler Bull Riders Only series, brought to you by Original Coors Beer and by Roper Apparel, the greatest looking shirts you'll ever wear.
Howdy, everybody. It's a J.C. Sanders night in the Beehive State of Utah, but I want you to know something. The boy don't walk on water, but he knows where the rocks are. I've got a couple of guys that have been in hot water ankle deep before, the guru Gary LeFew and Shaw Sullivan, and I want to talk about what bulls do to you inside and out, what J.C. Sanders has ahead of him. But just remember, he's human. He puts his boots on one at a time. Maybe he doesn't. $1 million opportunity tonight, Gary. It's never happened in the history of rodeo before, and that's the truth. What do you think?
Well, nobody's pulling for J.C. Sanders more than me, but Jim Shoulders used to say he'd rather have a bucket full of luck than a ton of ability, and he's going to need some luck here. There's 3 bulls, in my opinion, that he does not want to draw. One of them's the Great Grasshopper, Farmington, and a new bull on the circuit, the son of Grasshopper, Little Hopper. He is double bad.
Okay, now that's enough about the bulls, because all you do is make it morbid. Let's talk about this money. Shaw, as the CEO of Bull Riders Only, as a former bull rider, as a very successful businessman in this business, $1 million. Am I going to have to cough up if this kid rides here tonight and again in Greensboro for a part of this million? Nobody's ever tried this before. I think you're nuts, but let's do it.
Well, a lot of people think I'm nuts, but the whole point is that these bull riders deserve to make a lot of money, and they're getting the opportunity now with the bull ridings that are going on today. And Bull Riders Only has been leading the way and will continue to lead the way. J.C. Sanders ain't the only cowboy here, though. I'll tell you what, Myron Duarte, Johnny Chavez, and Terry Don West have been ripping up the ranks in the PRCA. And then there's Donald, the Dragon Slayer Owens. He slew the mythical beast, Dogface, and I'll tell you what, he's tearing him up in the bull riding circuit. And Donald, the Dragon Slayer, he's here to slay another one.
We're slewing, we're slaying, we're laying, and I guarantee you what, we're trying. Kiki, let's try it at 1-0 at 100%. Sweet William. Hey, Bill will be kicking some buns. Farmington, Grasshopper, and Money Bags. If you're going to fill your bags tonight, that's just a little taste of it. Original Coors and Rojo. Little Hopper that Gary LeFew likes. Butterfly and the Spinner. Ladies and gentlemen, when we talk about bull power, we're not talking about horsepower, but here comes the killers. J.C. Sanders, Terry Don West, Johnny Chavez, Dax Lackey, Myron Duarte. It's who in the world of rodeo when we talk about bull riding. You know, ladies and gentlemen, there's not another event that does any better at selling tickets than this one event in the rodeo business. Welcome to Bull Riders Only. I'm Bob Tallman, and I want you to stay with us, because we're going to stay with you, and we're going to do it from Salt Lake City. Hang on, we're ready to ride. Welcome back, everybody. Bob Tallman in the Delta Center at Salt Lake City, Utah. Let's talk about the highlights out of the first round. Talking about a pair of boys from California. Buddy Golden thought this bullet's been to the right or the left. Shaw, you were wrong, but Buddy was right when he rode him for the 8. It's a 76 score for a man who has been one of our champions. Justin Andrade, a three-point, you might say, all-around champion kid, matches him with a 76. So the 2 Californians from the Golden State are going to take the opportunities into the second round at the top. Then Chad Brennan shows up with 75 running behind him. A little bull we didn't know a whole lot about, but he made it look awful easy. So, Nebraska, you're going to look good. Let's talk about the original Coors scoreboard. Justin Andrade in the Okie, Kelly Armstrong, and Indian Outlaw, Dan Russell's little dandy for the Canadian. Justin Blankenship comes back with popcorn. That's a handful. 17 or 27 is the Bulls' number. Grumpy and Chad Brennan, he knows what he's going to do. Ride him on his toes. Jeff Cathcart, Butch, I wish you the best from Cheyenne and Battle Axe, a handful. Magnum and Buddy Golden, Jed Ward, He's got the cricket, no problem. Squirrely for Irvin Williams. He can handle that. Johnny Chavez with a trick or treat. It's a handful. Myron Duarte needs a house payment. Bad Medicine can do it. Dax Lackey, the Texas champion with Katie, did. Donald Owens, the hot Okie in cocaine, and J.C. Sanders. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first opportunity at $1 million for the Utah. Marty Stannard, hotter than a pistol, out of retirement with Worley. Knothead and Tony Stoddard, I know he'll handle him. None other than Terry Don West, Motown, Yo-Town tonight, son. J.C. Woodard, Oklahoma's Tried Snuffy, and Jimmy Young with the Viper for Idaho. That's the way we put it together on the original Coors scoreboard. Ladies and gentlemen, the men that'll make the marks tonight, Ronnie Howard on the left and longtime champion bull rider Lee Markhold out of the Northwest. There they are, pair to draw to. Donnie Sparks on the right and Lloyd Ketchum on the left. Charlie's got a choice, and I want you to hear it right now from my champion, Charlie Sampson.
Sampson here with Charlie's Choice. Marty Stannard, veteran bull rider, coming off a win in San Francisco, 91 points. J.C. Sanders, 75 friends and family here, has a shot at $1 million. What incentive does he have? But pressure. He's 21 years old. Will he be able to handle it? Terry Don West rode over 73% of his bulls in the Bull Riders Only Tour. Won over $104,000. This guy do not care about pressure. But bulls, my choice is 100, Farmington. Never been ridden in the Bull Riders Only Tour. I also like number 32, second generation Chevy All-Star Bull, Little Hopper. But my choice, number 19, Grasshopper. You ride this bull, you win gold buckles and big money.
Charlie, you're my big money man, but there the boys are going to take it away from the other boys. Ladies and gentlemen, hang with us. We're going to be back and ride them. Don't anybody move. Welcome back, everybody. Bob Tallman, Shaw Sullivan, and Gary LeFew with you in Salt Lake. But I want to talk to you about Wichita, Kansas. We're coming back to the heartland of America and Wichita for another great bro show. And for tickets, I want you to give us a call at 1-316-755-1243. Hey, you better give us a call. It's going to be like Salt Lake, and every other time we've been in Wichita, it's going to be a house full. Johnny Chavez is my man to start it off. This is the second round. You had a chance to watch our first round highlights. Welcome to Wranglers Bull Riders Only competition in the Delta Center. He's got a mouthful of plastic and a handful of hamburger, and a little horn dude that wants to try it. Chavez knows what he can do with Dan Russell's Trick or Treat, and it ain't Halloween, Gary LeFew.
No, sir, this little bull's going to get right.
Yeah! Nothing to be ashamed of when you got a scanner can like that gonna rip your socks right up around your ears, buddy.
When he gets in that spin, he usually is flat and fast, but I'll tell you what, he got a lot of air and hang time before he turned back, didn't he?
That bull jumped out of there 30 feet before he ever made his first move. He tried him, though. He tried him.
No doubt about that. This bull here is in the Oscar breeding program. Great young bull.
Well, it's Tulsa, Oklahoma's opportunity to make some headlines at the Delta Center. Squirrely, they call him, and I'm just going to say, Irvin Williams, my best luck to you. Ladies and gentlemen, if it's your first time on Prime, watch our Bull Riders Only shows. For the last 5 years, we feel we've been an opportunist to take advantage of some mighty young talent. But Bull Riders Only today on Prime Sports is showing you that there are no other Bull Riders opportunities like anything in the world of what we're doing with these young talents. Here's a mid-round, Irvin Williams! Rip City, Gary.
That's another one of them Alex Nacarado bulls, the Oscar breeding program. There again, these bulls are bred to buck, and they come to buck.
87 points. Gilbert Carrillo was on this bull in San Francisco in March. He's recently bucked off Clint Bronger a couple of times. He might have been a little bit overmatched, Irvin was today.
Gary, you made a comment about train to buck, and as we get more to the program, I want to focus on that tonight and talk about where some of these bulls come from. It's 2 down, Bulls 2, Cowboys 0 at Bull Riders Only. Let's go to J.C. Sanders, West Haven, Utah. Ladies and gentlemen, with all the promo that we've done for the last year, getting this young man ready for his opportunity at $1 million, it is the only $1 million opportunity in the history of the rodeo business. Talking about 200 years, Shaw Sullivan. This crowd is going wild tonight. You're talking about 10,000 fans. Look at the big banners. West Haven, Utah, 20 miles from here. They are ready to ride with this bull. Sanders, let's get on. Playmate 100.
100 Playmate. Been out twice, ridden once. We saw Terry Don West with 78 points. A real newcomer, but the so is JC.
Come on, go, 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 go. Oh, no. As I stand up to join the crowd crowd, and what we wanted to see happen, the Horn Black Volley got to him, ripped his feet out of there. Gary, what a letdown, but it's not over.
Well, I tell you what, when you got $1 million riding on your shoulders, it's hard to just come out and perform like you used to doing. But I'll say one thing, he got a bad break right there. That bull stumbled, slid him back on his pockets, and then kicked and shot him over the front end. So that's not really his fault. That was just something that happens.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, a little dejection as you look at this fine young man, a second-generation champion. His daddy rode him, he tips his hat. He's tipping his hat to the fans, and they still love him. As I said when we came into the ride, there's never been an opportunity for anybody in the rodeo industry to have $1 million set in their face. Bull Riders Only has made it happen, and it will happen again in '96.
A lot of that pressure that this kid experienced now is going to help him as his career continues, because the kid rides real good, and he's going to know what it's like to have tremendous pressure. And when you get in those situations, you know, you learn to handle it.
Well, let's go to Canada and see if we can take some of the pressure off the United States right now. Kelly Armstrong of 7 Persons, Alberta. And bar 30, Indian Outlaw for Dan Russell. I think they got a wrong number on him, but he's got a right number riding. Get up, Kelly, get up. Doggone it. And when they ride him, he just had an average day, Gary. That's all that bull had.
Yeah, I think he got tapped with that bull. He was just right. He jumped out of it. He looked like he just might have froze up a little bit.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, opinions are like elbows, and everybody's got a couple of them. Don't stay with mine, don't stay with mine. But that's it for Kelly. Let's talk about Texas. It's time to get the Lone Star a little publicity. Katie did it. Anyway, that's the bull. We've got a number on him, a 259 from Dan Russell. Dax Lackey of Bernie, Texas. Here's a handful of bull, but a handful of kid.
This is a bull you ought to get by. This bull is 6-4. They ride him more often than not. They score average in the high 70s on the bull. My pick maybe to win this round.
Yeah, I think you're right. But this is another one still you don't want to stub your toe on. This bull's going to get it. He's out of the grasshopper breeding program, and Dax has got to take advantage of the opportunity here. That $30,000 bonus is still up for grabs. You know, so if he comes on and rides all his bulls between now and the end of Greensboro, he can win that $30,000.
$30,000. That'll be the next big story. It's not going to happen for Dax. Gary, you mentioned the fact to take advantage of the opportunity, a phrase that too many people use today, without focus or future. Taking advantage of the opportunity in an 8-second shot. We talk about Terry Don West, who's won $13,000 a second. This is tough to back up. That bull sliced him, diced him, split him, and spit him.
Okay, watch the way he's sitting flat on his butt when he comes out of here. Flat, slides all the way back into that power zone. You do not ride ranked bulls back there. These bulls have jumped out and got the psychological advantage on our cowboys. Somebody's got to jump out there and ride one to reverse the motion. It's just like the turn in the tide in a basketball game or anything else.
There's something too easy in the house tonight. Don't let it happen to you, Mr. Stoddard, and it is. We need to stop everything. Tony Stoddard, we didn't need this. We need to stop everything. Go down there and get these kids regrouped here. This is not working. He knows that. You can see it on his face. Oh, my God, I let my guard down. Ladies and gentlemen, we've bucked 6 in a row, and 6 in a row have come to the ground. Bull Riders Only with Wrangler all across the country on Prime Sports is going to be back. Don't anybody move. We're going to go have a little pep talk with the boys, not the bulls. And when we return on Prime Sports, it's going to be a bottom-kicking part of the second round. Welcome back, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a little bit of change in the attitude around here in the Delta Center. We're going to get one rode in the number 7 go. But right now, the Featherlight Fact is brought to you by Featherlight Trailers of Caldwell, Idaho. You know, the Wrangler Pro Record scores for 1 round and round 2 were both set right here in Salt Lake City in 1991 by Clint Bronner. That was 91 points. And in round 1, Cody Snyder in 1993 and in round 2 was set the record. 93 and the 91. We're not doing that here in 95 tonight. I just wanted you to know that from Featherlight. It's a factoid, and you need to know it. Ladies and gentlemen, 10,000 plus. I don't have an actual crowd number yet, but it's big. It's ready. The Delta Center is a beautiful coliseum. 10,500. You're talking about a TD West, $105,000 man, Sean Sullivan. Here's the boy that's taking our money.
Well, he's been 90 points more than anyone else. $105,000. Been 13.
She said, got by him, 79 points. What are you doing, Gary?
Oh, I tell you what, when he come around this corner, he made a bad move down there. Look at that move he made to get around that corner. That is the Terry Don move right there. This kid, if anyone's going to turn the tide, it's going to be Terry Don West. The young riders are looking at this. They see that try, that extra effort that it takes to get ranked bulls ridden. This should turn them around and start making them ride some bulls.
Let Bill try a little bit of everything, but you don't get by him, Shaw. Down here, quickly. 10 boards to land. Quick and there, Russell. Ow! Cockroached him, boys.
Danny Russell was talking about this bull really coming on, so that bull's really starting to get rank. And here you see a situation right there where the man knows his animals, because he bucked hard there, harder than we've seen him buck.
Yeah, I seen that bull buck last week, and he whipped somebody down the same way. He is coming on. He's going to be a big-time bucker. A lot of rare, a lot of drop, and a lot of power. He gets a little out of square, and that puts you back in that power zone, and nothing but ground there.
Well, not to get too much into the bull power here tonight, but Chad Brenham's getting ready to go. Qualified out of the first round as we saw his ride, the Ellsworth, Nebraska kid. Gary, these bulls tonight, we're looking at 4, 5, 6, and 7-year-old bulls. There's not a lot of young bulls in this bunch. In this second round, there are some veteran bulls. By the time they're 6, they've had all the tricks. They've learned how to travel. They know how to drink different water and live on a handful of weeds a week and diesel smoke. These bulls, this is a proven pin of bulls.
You bet it is a proven pin of bulls. This bull Grumpy right here is, he's a handful. He's going to turn back, but he's got a little hop skip in him. He's going to try to set Chad up and then get him down. Chad's going to, he's got a handful here. Ooh.
Didn't even get a start with him. He barely got bowed. Look to the left. Where you look is where you cook.
Well, I'll tell you what, he didn't get wind warmed up either, and that shows you a little bit what that momentum that we always talk about affects you, because, you know, that bull didn't even hardly have a chance to throw anything at him, and Chad was already off to the side and in some trouble.
These guys are getting run back and out of square real quick tonight. I don't know what it is, but the bulls seem to be eating better than they do.
Well, I said it's a veteran bunch of bulls, and they're all eating good. I want to talk about Anaheim, California, the week after Labor Day. That's the 9th. It's a Saturday, and it's going to be live rock and roll with Rodeo and Wrangler Bro. Anaheim. Wichita, Kansas, in the heartland. We're bringing our families, and we want you to do the same. Then we're going for a little hospitality and make it Southern in Greensboro, North Carolina. That is where we're going to find out who's going to get the $30,000 opportunity. That means in the second and third round, who's won the most for the year in the second and third rounds get a $30,000 bonus. Denver, Colorado, Friday and Saturday night in the Mile High City. It's not a mash, and it's a bull ride. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our home in Colorado. Our corporate office, give us a call at 1-800-836-BULL, 836-2855. Get your tickets, get whatever you need to be with us. So that's Anaheim, Wichita, Denver, Greensboro. We want you there. Jimmy Young. Here it is, Blackfoot, Iowa, with Viper.
Well, he gets in the storm right out of there, too. He runs back, gets out of square, just as Gary was talking about, and gets in some trouble in a hurry on a bull. He's really capable of riding.
Yeah, he is capable of riding that bull, but tonight he was a little too far back on his pockets. You got to stay forward. You got to stay up on your legs. Anytime you get reared back, see how he's getting reared back and slid back off that rope. You don't want to lean back. That's the bareback riding, the lean back. Keep moving over that front end. As this bull comes around, see, he leans back again, gets back into that power zone. A lot of power back there around that flank. They jerk on your arm, whip you around, especially a fast, quick little bull like this. Bull's going to make a round, jump out of it, get you on the end of your arm. Takes one heck of a rider to stay on that bull.
Well, there is not much else we can talk about except hang on, power zone, danger zone. The zone I'm talking about is we're not going to have anybody to ride in the third round. Somebody better get to it, Justin Blankenship. You can be the man. Little popcorn, number 111. Now, when I always talk about Eric Jordan's being a trash bucket, here's an underrated little Dan Russell bull, too. You guys just never agree with me and make me sound bad. Love to you.
Well, I agree with you on this bull. This bull is not only a little out of line, but he's a big-time bucker. I'll get the whistle on. And he's got his hand a little bit farther on the side than I like to see riders ride. Has a tendency to straighten your arm out and jerk you that direction. So if he gets jerked towards the left, it's probably because he's got that hand too far away.
There ain't no jerking in this deal. Blowed him out of there. The popcorn was over. That's what they always say on Thanksgiving Day. Fill the turkey with popcorn. When his behind blows out, you know the turkey's done.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a couple of guys here I'm sure let down. I heard a lot of guys saying, you know, I hope I win second here and JC wins first. And I think when you get such a build-up and get a guy bucked off, you got these Russell Bulls that are bucking guys off, well, you got some bad karma running out there right now.
Bad karma? There isn't any karma in this outfit. I do quit. I think we need to go and let them all ride another one in the second round, because if Terry Don West is the only guy to do it, quickly, ethically, what do?
Give him the big check.
Give him the big check. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to be thinking about your local video store, and I know you go by there occasionally. I'd like you to pick up a copy of the hot new video release, Frank and Jesse, the real outlaws, real heroes. It's starring Rob Lowe, Bill Paxton, and the country music sensation Randy Travis. I know that you'll like to have the family watch it. Go by your local video store and get one for me, okay? You can tell them I sent you. It won't get you anything but a hello, probably, and maybe not even that. Just go by and pick up a copy of it. Randy Travis has been a hero of mine for a long time and a great guy. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a phenomenal update for you. Terry Don West in the lead. He's second, third, and fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. He's actually winning the top 10 right now with one qualified ride of the 79. Now, after the first round, I went back to him. I said, nice shirt. He said, thanks, Grover. I said, nice ride. He said, thanks, Grover. I said, are you serious? He said, I'm going to try to be. He's 4 for 12. That means he's a 25%er. He's only won $3,650. Butch recall him. His name is Jeff. He comes from Wyoming. Now, that's about all I can say about him, except I'm real high on this guy, but he's got to break this spell here tonight.
Well, you know, Battle Axe has only been ridden one time. That was by Tiedemann in the third round in Salt Lake City in 1993. He's a little sporty. He's a bull, really, though. I think Jeff is a little bit familiar with because he comes out of Colorado. Jeff's seen the bull quite a few times. You know, Jeff debuted here, as we mentioned earlier, in 1991 as an alternate. Did a wonderful job there. He stayed in the money. This could be the city he needs and the break he needs.
He's in position to the outside. Yes. Upper body, free arm, right hand. His butt was set. Stick. We've done it.
And with a good bull ride, too. That's a good bull ride. That's a good round winner. I don't care how many they rode.
You got it. Talking about Ronnie Sparks and Lloyd Ketchum out front there cheering him on. We've got another one rode, folks. It's opportunities and an 83-point ride. 83. Well, maybe the karma has changed. Ladies and gentlemen, as we end the second round, it's not a lot to look at on or into this part of the second round. We're not looking at what is happened, but what is yet to happen. An 83 and a 79. I got a half a dozen of them yet to ride. We need a bunch to go into this third round. Maybe whatever you're doing at home, jump up, cheer them on. We'll be back to the Delta Center to finish the second with you on Prime Sports.
California here in a couple of weeks.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm talking about the pond. Oh, what a nice place to do it in. Anaheim, California, the 9th of September. And as I say once again, Bro is on the road to Southern California at the pond, where 90210 star Luke Perry got on his first bull, and Terry Don West rode a little fugitive bull, well, 93 points. Now, if you thought it was exciting, then I want you to try it this year. Why don't you give us a call at 714-740-2000. Hey, call and get your tickets. Anaheim, you better be there. J.C. Woodard and Snuffy W2.
I'll tell you, every bull rider back here was licking his chops to get on this bull right here. He's a great young spinner. This is the bull they all wanted to get on right here. And J.C., he's got something to prove.
Well, J.C., he's a former high school champion. This kid can ride. One of our winners at, what did he win, Denver?
Well, yeah.
He was winning Denver, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, this kid, he's one of our big winners. He's got the stuff. So hopefully he just keeps the trend going tonight.
8 seconds is the trend. Too much. Hell, if they let him use 2 hands, he'd have been fine. He over-exercised his option, gentlemen.
Mad at himself because he was getting over there too far. Just getting over there too far. Very animated kid. Just stayed over there too far. Kept getting himself in trouble.
Animated but serious.
You know, one of the things we teach in the school, when you're riding a bull going away from your hand, you got to keep driving your riding arm shoulders. You come around. As that shoulder comes back, it brings your outside leg back, and that drops your butt down in what we call the well, or the inside of the spin. And that was exactly what he was doing. He was letting his shoulder come back, lost that outside foot, and that old well, there's no water down there.
Edgar Wilson, Butler, Caffey, called the Okie. This bull's about to get rode. That is my prediction. Justin Andrade is only 3 for 5, but when you think about it, I'd rather be 3 for 5 than 3 for 15. This is a name from out on the West Coast that you need to think about. He's a fine young man. He is a 2 or 3 event champion. He's an all-around kid's got his focus right. His mind and his eyes are right. He knows where he's going. And the Okie can be rode. You said it.
You bet he can. And this kid come out of the NorCal Association out there in California. He's one of their champions, like you say. Can rope calves. Can be right bareback horse and saddle bronc. This kid's real good all around hand.
He's riding with a little bit of neck off. We saw that when he started his first round. He's got some pain in that neck. And hopefully it's not going to affect this ride.
Skip's not where he needs to be. And Justin is here for the money. Well, get off and get your check, California. Dr. Skip Ross, our trauma surgeon from the Smart Institute in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and he's got a Cheyenne sticker on his hat right there. This man has done some phenomenal things in the sports medicine industry for our young men. I'm just going to hold him at 75 points. That'll put him in a third place position. But when we've only rode 3, that is A-OK with me. That bull had a little of everything, Gary.
He darn sure did. And every time he jerked him, he chunked that outside foot at him. That's the mark of a good cowboy.
Well, it's awful easy to brag on the good ones, and they're all great ones at Bull Riders Only as far as we're concerned. Cathcart, 83, Cheyenne's in the lead. Terry Don West for Oklahoma at 79. California's Andrade at 75. Now, if you've just tuned in to Prime Sports, hey, we're in the second round. We bucked off about 8 or 9 in a row, rode 1, then bucked off 5 or 6 more. The Magnum is underneath Buddy Golden. In between the first and second rounds, I asked him, I said, what do you think about that? After the first round, he said, that trash bucket did everything except what they told me to. I'm just happy I kept my old wife's butt in his back. This is a Langbull, number 44. What can we talk about, boys? You want to predict or you want to just back?
Well, I don't know. We got out of Russell pen. I'm going to predict we're going to ride several of these in these other guys' polls. Not that they don't buck, but Russell's have just been so phenomenal. I just thought he might get one road here.
It's Arizona, baby. Yes, sir. I don't care. Rode him to a standstill. That's California style. Take him to the turf.
And knowing Buddy and his personality, he's really happy about that. He's the first guy to tell you right now, if they're going to buck everybody off, I'm kind of hoping I get on something don't buck very hard.
Yeah, he's smart. He's a businessman. He's got a family to raise. He don't care. Now, he would have much rather rode a lot ranker bull than that, and you can see it on his face like, sorry, boys, I got to take your money, but remember, nobody pays an entry fee here. Shaw Sullivan and Bull Riders Only don't charge them. We put up all the money, no charge to get on.
We've got an 83 Dragons.
If anybody's hotter wants it anymore or can use the cash from Donald Owens, I don't know who it'd be, but he'd come alive in our last one. Cocaine from Diane, LB, goodbye.
Knocked the Dragon Slayer right off there. This is a bull really bucked Shane Thurston off hard at Denver in the spring event, but the Dragon Slayer is going to live to slay another day.
Put his sword away.
Put his sword away.
Okay, let's take a look at the Dragon Slayer here, see what got him bucked off. Ooh, a lot of daylight right there. You can't start out with that daylight. You can't start out a square. When you get out your body out of square, that elbow way around, that takes the weight off the leg that side. It's going to slide you back in that flank, and when that kick hits you, way too much power there.
Looked like he had an opportunity to square himself back up, too, but he just didn't do it. He felt very comfortable, I think, where he was at, and he just didn't make the move. When you watch him come up here in the front end, and he gets out of square right here, he makes kind of a recovery right here, but he just doesn't reach that left arm forward, punch that shoulder at him, and
Never
square
does
up.
get it. You know, one of the things I think that caused him to get out of square is when he left there, he hung onto that gate a little bit too long, and that left him out of square when he pulled it back.
Crowd's wanting to see somebody get the horn here. 10,500 people packing into the Delta Center. They want to see some rides.
Well, an all-time great rodeo announcer, Boyd Polhamus, has got them on their toes where they need to be. Myron Duarte. Now, the kid can ride, and he is a $10,000 winner at Bull Riders Only, but I'll tell you what, boys, pressure could be on him. His wife told me not only an hour ago that if this guy doesn't get home and get that new ranch set up, the house that she's waiting for in the well drill, she says, I don't care how much money he can win at Bull Riders Only, I'm going to make him stay home. He is a high school champion, born and raised in the pineapple state of Hawaii. And here tonight, Myron Duarte has got a little bad medicine between his cheeks. T1 But I thought he was ready to go, and then all of a sudden, what happened here? He let him loose, going to pull him again. Gary?
Well, I tell you what, when you got that much money up, you want to, that rope slides over to the side a little bit, it has a tendency to want to pull you into your hand. So what he did was take that rope, make sure it's up towards that middle where he can keep that bend in his arm, stepping in the middle without getting jerked into his hand. You want everything right when you got this much money up.
This is the bull Bad Medicine. He's darn gentle. We saw this bull be 83 points from Gilbert Carrillo on the April show in Denver. He's just good. Myron coming off the win, Colorado Springs from PRCA Rodeo. Riding good. Inched his way up the top of 25.
Yes. Come on, right here.
Yes, this is a good-looking bull right now.
I know there's somebody in the great state of Hawaii and the islands. Aloha to you all. Your man is out of the pistol in Salt Lake tonight.
What a kid that Myron Duarte is, too. You know, he told me back there, he said, Shaw, I want to win every event I go to, but I'd like to see J.C. Sanders win this one.
And you know what? He's serious about that. That's just the heart and the sincerity of him. 78 points put him in the third place money. 78 behind an 83, 79. 78. I don't think they're liking this too much. They wanted him to be some more points.
Well, going into that next round, he'll have a chance to be some more points. There'll be some power in there.
Oh, now, sure. Yeah, Paul Hamas has got them mad now, had them on the edge of their seat and on their toes. Now he's got them booing the judges. Ronnie Howard and Lee Markholt are doing a good job with what they've got to work with here tonight. San Francisco, California, the city by the bay, the Cal Palace winner for $10,000. Actually left there with nearly $12,500. Marty Stanners, quit in 93, come back a little in 94, 95 comes alive. And I know what Marty Stannard's thinking. Money, money, money. But Marty Stannard has an ego. Now, he'll show it, but won't talk about it. Marty Stannard says, can I win a couple of these back-to-back from Worley from Lang to give him the opportunity?
Well, you know, Worley's already taken one character all the way to a first. In April, Myron Duarte rode this bull for 86 points in Denver to the right, real juicy. Marty runs his left hand down, and I think Gary will attest, rides bulls away from his hand as good as anybody.
You bet. In fact, if the two directions, I think he's probably tougher going away from his hand. Everybody loves the direction. Marty likes them away from his hand. He keeps that elbow out in front. That keeps weight on your inside leg. And as long as you keep it out there, they're going to keep running into that leg, and they're going to keep pulling you around that corner. So that's got to be his game plan tonight, because he knows this bull's going to hit the end of that gate and get it.
When he does, if he's got that harpoon hooked, though, if he's got it set, I don't think you can throw the squatty body little guy off.
We'll see when he comes out of here if he's set.
He didn't have his hook set.
Well, that bull set him up pretty good. You got to hand it to the bull. That bull throwed some wicked moves at him.
Throwed a little bit of fake like he was wanting to go left out there, didn't he?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, with all of that expertise between Shaw Sullivan and Gary LeFew, I'm sitting here totally amazed. Every day is a new world for me when it comes to riding bulls. I just love to watch it, and I hope you do too on Prime Sports. We're going to give you a shot at this in the third and final round for $10,000. Marty Stannard is down $10,000 last week. You can go from being the champ to chump all in one jump. Marty Stannard, I'm sorry, but hey, he's on a winning roll. He's got $50,001 for the year. He'll be A-OK. That's the way it is, the Delta Center. Don't anybody move. We're going to be here, and I want you to do the same. We'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen on Prime Sports, welcome back. I'm talking about bull riders only at the Delta Center, 10,500 people. Probably the hottest audience that we've seen all year long. I want to talk on this original Coors scoreboard with Justin Andrade in the hopper, Jeff Cathcart and Roll. Myron Duarte and original Coors, Farmington, Buddy Golden, my God, hang on, bud. Terry Don West, it's the match of the night. This could happen. Let's go to them, boys. Let's ride some bulls. I want to ride all five.
This is the night of the big-time rematches right here. Buddy Golden got on Farmington last time at the 1992 Bull Riders Only World Championships in Denver, Colorado. He almost rode the bull right there. This bull is 9-0, undefeated in Bull Riders Only. Debuted right here in this arena, well, Salt Lake anyways, in 1991.
It's a Chevrolet Oldsmobile bull, and nobody deserves to ride any more than this guy, Gary.
Yes!
Ouch!
Ouch,
boys!
This
He's hurt. He's hurt, and he's down. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned earlier, there is our trauma surgeon. That is Dr. Skip Ross from Cheyenne, Wyoming, the Smart Institute. of sports medicine rehabilitation. And I want to take another look at it. You're going to see how much fire and power this bull bopped him right here.
Well, this is about as much power as you can get. You got 1,800 pounds coming up. You got to stay over the front end of that bull, and Buddy's trying. He's moving up there, sucks him back a little bit, too far off that rope. The power drops, and right here is where they crash. Catches that horn with all the force.
The worst part of it is he turned his head to the side trying to protect his face. His hand couldn't do any good, and that's a temple shot. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this happens quite often in the rodeo industry. What we are watching right here on Prime Sports is something that I would like to talk about briefly. If your children are thinking about doing this, and I'm not trying to take the fright out of it, but the Get Western vest that this young man is wearing, the helmets that we've talked about, pro or con, let your kids wear the protective gear. Thank you, Lord, for the opportunity of bringing him back to his feet. He is conscious, I'm sure a bit dazed, but it hit him on the jaw.
Standing ovation from this crowd right here at the Delta Center. They wanted to see that cowboy Buddy Golden go out there safe. I'll tell you what, pop him a good one in the chin. I'll tell you, that bull has a big-time rare, and what's worse is he ain't 1,800 pounds. He's about 2,200 pounds.
No doubt about it. I wish we could see that back again, because when you see him slide back, that side shot really shows what power is all about.
Gary LeFew, you have said so many times about the position of the body and the upper position.
I'll go.
But that's the way it is. Slide the vest off. It didn't help him any there, but I still say wear the vest.
Come on, we're all right.
Buddy,
See you, man.
I know that Mom's home watching this. He's going to be okay.
Thank you, Dr. Bull. That's 60 to 1.
Let's not have a repeat performance of the two men that tied out of the first round into the second round. That was Buddy Golden and Justin Andrade. Little Hopper. Now, the Western Rodeo Company's got the next generation coming on. It's a hopper, it's a hopper, it's a grasshopper calf, it's a wow. He's 4 out of 6. He's not really new to the system. We just haven't had him a lot. I think the bull is going to make the difference in this round and who's going to win the $10,000. My prediction, that's all. My opinion.
Kid right here, two newcomers really. I mean, two bulls are relatively young. Justin Andrade's relatively young. He seems to be battling back with the neck problem.
About 6.5 seconds, it got him up, off, over his hand, and he couldn't get back down in there. He had the tilt, but he tried him, Gary.
Well, you can tell by right there that Justin Andrade is going to be a superstar in this sport. Anytime you get a bull of this caliber ridden that far, you're going to make it in this game. He is doing it right, moving over that front end, getting up there. Needs a little more shoulder to hold him up there a little longer, because he's starting to slide him back. And right there. Right there, see when the body gets out of square, that arm comes around, that takes the weight off this left leg, the butt slides out of there, and it's all over.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're not out of square. Come back with Myron Duhart, Terry Don West, Jeff Cathcart. We have got 3 of the ranked ones, and yet it's Grasshopper. Hang on. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the home of one of the greatest sporting fans in the world in the Delta Center in Salt Lake, but I want to talk about another one, Wichita, Kansas Coliseum. What a nice place. We're coming with our families, and I hope you'll do the same. 316-755-1243. That is the third Saturday night in September. We're going to be there. You be there. If you can't do anything else, give us a call at the 800 number at the Denver office, 800-536-BULL, and we'll tell you more about Wichita. Wichita, we say thanks for all the successful events that we have had with you in the years past, and we're expecting the same again. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the third and final round for $10,000 at Wranglers, Bull Riders only, at the Delta Center in Salt Lake City. Rojo, let the little black belly chicken do his thing. Jeff Cathcart, Butch put a little Cheyenne whip on him. Dan Russell's Western Rodeo.
This is a bull we saw Johnny Chavez win Phoenix on, and he looked like a real good bull there, but he didn't treat Gilbert Carrillo very good last time he was up in this part of the country in Ogden.
Rip whip, and put him down on a cold Saturday night in a snowbank in Ogden.
You know, the thing I think that's looking good for Butch, this bull is more than likely going to go to the left. That's into Butch's hand, and he is one of the toughest hands in the business to get on the ground going into his hand. So let's hope before this bull goes this direction, Butch gets tapped with him, and I bet he's going to get the whistle.
Right here, what about it, boys? Huh?
Well, that's pretty odd to find Butch Cathcart get bucked off that handily and something that goes into his hand, but I'll tell you what, it's hard to keep up with that bull.
Well, we're not going to have any score, and I hate to let you down out of that. We are now 3 for the Bulls, and I got a pair of Chevrolet Dandies with Grasshopper and Original Coors coming back. Terry Don and Myron could be the story of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, as we come back in this third and final round, I got a pair of Cowboys, Terry Don West and Myron Duhart. There, the blonde belongs to West, the brown-haired beauty belongs to Myron. This is Myron Duhart. Let's do it, boys. I want to talk about a Peyton, Colorado rancher who is on a roll in 95. He's been doing it since the late 80s out of high school. This is an all-star Chevrolet Original Coors Bull. Let's do it for Dan Russell and Myron Duhart.
Well, you know, we got a lot of friends over there in Hawaii that's cheering this kid on, and Raymond Knowles, a good buddy of mine. He's the sponsor. This bull right here, they went Phoenix on it, but this bull has grown up, got more power, a lot of spin, and he's got what they call downdraft. He wants to pull you out over that right shoulder. So not only does he want to keep his chest out, but he wants to push on his hand a little bit. If this bull catches you pulling too much, he's going to pull you right over that front end.
Talking about 89 and what they've got here, they've got some pretty good bulls in the state of Hawaii.
No doubt. I've seen one of the Buccaneers bulls, a bull that needs to be over here, a bull called 666 in Maui. This is one of the big time Buccaneers.
Charlie, your man's in trouble.
Got in trouble right out of there, too. Of the bulls in this bad bovine pen here, this one was probably the one you'd want to get on, and he didn't look any too fun there, did he?
No, the more this bull grows up, the more power he gets. And Myron looks like he's got a good seat right here, moves out over that front end, but a lot of rare. Before that bull gets to the bottom, you see, sucked him back off that rope, back in what we call the power zone, hits him right in the butt, jams him over that front end, and you just can't compensate for that much power.
Power poison, and it puts a plug in your pistol. It's not going to work for the Hawaiian. We're going to come back with Terry Don West, our $105,000 winner, the #1 man for the world standings in the PRCA in the World Champion Bull, 19 Grasshopper. Welcome back, everybody, to the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. It is the Terry Don West and the World Champion Bull, #19, Grasshopper. There's not a good match between these two, LeFew.
No, I don't know what it is about the Grasshopper. He just seems to have Terry Don's number. He's lost him 2 world championships in the BRO. He's been a month crippled, sore. This is the one bull he didn't want to draw here tonight.
Well, if he had to draw this bull, I think he'd like to take him in, maybe hang him in the big block and eat him for dinner every night. There he is. Let's do it. Oh, that is not the way I wanted to do it. It's a slam dunk again. Oh, he's down, and here comes his wife. Here comes Michelle. She said, we've got to stop this. There's enough of this happening. Ladies and gentlemen, all 5 went to the turf. He's up, and all 5 went to the turf. We've got to do it again. It's a final round overtime. They're going to bring it back with Moneybags and Untrotting Cathcart and Williams. Spinner and Duhart, Terry Don. You get to do it again with Kiki. It could get kinky by the time we're done. This is the final overtime round. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Cathcart. We call him Butch Sweet William. It's Butch and William. Now, the Colorado Company.
Big old red muley, and I don't think he's going to get it done. Look at that. That's Geyer's best bull right there, and he threw off a good one in Butch Cathcart, and we're starting off right where we left off.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, he can still win the 10,000 because he was 83 points in the second round. If nobody rides, he gets the money.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ought to give him 10,000.
TDW, the $100,000 man, and this time Kiki. The best bull that the Lang Rodeo Company's got. It could be a match.
Well, it's up, it's a match. Terry Don is banged up, but he rides good when he's hurt.
Ladies and gentlemen, I guarantee with an 86-point ride, he's back in there to do it Justin Andrade from Livermore, California can be the man. Moneybags of Western Rodeo from Dan Russell.
This ill-named bull's quietly chalked up a 10-0 record. You get a lot of debate about it. Dan Russell says big-time bucking potential on this bull. Johnny Chavez says he's a hunk of dirt, don't deserve to be in here, will not stay hitched. Justin Andrade's going to have to ride him that far just to see.
We'll find out as he has the opportunity. This is the final overtime round. This very seldom ever happens at Bull Riders Only. Jeff Cathcart's chance now winning it. If everybody bucked off, just out of there. But at this point, he is second. Justin is gone, and it's history. California, we can't do you any good. That's it. Well, the doctor said it's bedtime for Buddy Golden after 20 stitches in his neck and possibly a broken jaw. We're back now with Myron Duhart and the spinner from Dan Russell.
Spinner, this is not only a fucking son of a gun, but he is probably the meanest bull in the West Coast.
He's a honky cat, and we got, oh no, Hawaiian down the hard way quickly. Boys, take your shot at him. Get out of the pen. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a winner coming with Terry Don West, the unbelievable bull rider, in a minute.
It's chasing after something you may never catch. It's hit or miss, and some days it's more miss. It's disappointing, it's dangerous, it's never, ever boring. In other words, it's exactly like a cowboy's life. Yeah, at Wrangler, we know cowboys. Our genes were invented by them. Wrangler, the Western original.
Terry Don, congratulations for the $10,000 win, your Be Wild jacket.
Thank you, Shaw.
Congratulations, son.
Thank you.
The boy did good. Terry Don West and the Roper Ride of the Night. The Wrangler Bull Riders Only Series has been brought to you by Chevy Truck, the official truck of Bro and the truck we proudly drive. By Award Design Metal, the official buckle of the Wrangler Bull Riders Only Series. Bull Riders shirts provided by Roper Apparel.